We'll be tying a Lefty Deceiver fly using the fly assembly kit from SHOR Fishing, so we can see the fly, what it will look like actually at the end. Everything you need in this pack is included. So let's start right off with the hook. Actually, this is a 34007 SS, which stands for stainless steel, really sturdy hook that I love actually for striped bass. It isn't stainless, so of course it won't rust. It will be a really durable fly. You start with the tying thread that is provided. It is a Uni 6/0 in white color, and you will bring a thread all the way to the bend of the hook. You won't go in the bend, you will stop right at the end of it. In your fly tying kit you have hackle feather, white hackle feather. You will come and take 4 of them. So now I got 3. Here is the 4th one. What you will be doing is that you will take simply your tip and you will align them so they are all equal. 4 feathers are not equal. You want around 1.5 times the length of the hook shank trailing behind the hook. I'm just pulling on the fiber here, so I have a place where I can tie in my material, and it would be really a equal soft place. And I will be trimming the end. You will tie it right on the top of the hook, and you want your hackle to actually stand up on the hook. You don't want them to be laying flat. Next, you will tie in your tinsel, which is also provided. It is a silver tinsel. So you will tie in by one end right at the tying point of your tail, and you will bring your thread all the way up through the front. And with your tying thread you can make sure that the underbody actually is straight. You begin by turning your tinsel all around the hook, all the way up to the front, and you see I kind of put a little bit of pressure on my hook. It is because I want my tinsel to stretch a teeny little bit actually, and to lay really flat on the hook, so the tooth of the predator won't have anything to grip. This will make your fly last way longer. You can cut away the excess, and now it is the time to put on the belly of this fly. Belly would be made actually with white bucktail, so you take a good pinch actually. It depends on your style of tying. I like my fly for a striped bass to be translucent, so I want to see through them actually, so I won't be stacking the bucktail. I will simply be tying it right under the hook. So under the hook shank, here we are. I am cutting off the excess, and I will right away start my head. So this will help me in my last step. It is tied down good. What I love to do is that I put it all the way down, and I am actually splitting in half with my hook point, my material. So I got half of my material on the right, on the close side of the hook, and half of it on the far side. Next up will be the wing. You will come and take a pinch, equivalent pinch of your white but of the green bucktail that is also provided. For the green one, I will simply be stacking it by hand, just like this. So you want your green to be a little bit longer than the white. That will help with the taper of the fly at the end. And you will tie the green right on top of the hook shank. Once again, you can trim off the excess, and you will be ready to put the throat. So I take 4 of the Flashabou, or crystal flash actually, 4 strands. So I cut the end even, and I will tie them under my hook, so they are around half of the hook shank in length. I will cut the front end at the same length, and I will pull it back. Tying them this way, there is actually no predator, there is no fish that can pull them off the hook. They will need to break them. It will make your fly last really longer. Last step will be to put the back of the fly. So you will come and take around 4 to 6 peacock hull in your kit. Then you want your tip to be aligned. So I love 4, actually I don't love a real dark back on my flies. And you will put them around the same length than your green bucktail. You tie them right on the top of the hook. My first turns of thread are really soft, and I will begin to put pressure as I'm going all the way up to the front. This way actually my first turns really hold my material, and the last turn secure it, because if I'm pulling on my thread right off the bat, what will happen is that it will create a pressure point on my hull and it will be really weak. So if you want your fly to last, or at least the back of your fly to last, this is the right way to tie them in. I took my whip finisher, and finally the last step, simply whip finish this fly. It is whip finished. You can put some clear head finish on there, and you are ready to fish this fly for striped bass, for bass, largemouth, smallmouth, pike. Actually, this is a very good fly for a whole lot of species. So that was the Lefty Deceiver by SHOR Fishing.